Hi everyone, and welcome back to Toxic Tuesday. I hope you've all been having a lovely week. My family and I have all come back testing negative, which is fantastic. It was a very, very rough week, but we managed to get through it. And here we are for the next episode. For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Bethany.veugen and I do Toxic Tuesday, where we love all things toxic. This particular series is on toxic plants that you may have in your backyard. And for today's episode, we're looking at Heracleum mantegazzianum. Heracleum mantegazzianum is more commonly known as giant hogweed. It does have a few other names that it goes by, including cartwheel flower, giant cow parsnip, giant cow parsley, and hogsbane. And in New Zealand, it's also commonly known as wild parsnip or wild rhubarb. Giant hogweed is called a giant for a reason. It can grow between 2 to 5 meters tall and in ideal conditions has reached heights of 7 meters. Giant hogweed is a monocarpic perennial herb, which means that it will flower and fruit only once before dying. The stem is hollow and usually blotched with purple and can range in diameter from 5 to 10 centimeters. Giant hogweed has deeply divided leaves, giving it a jagged-like appearance. The underside of the leaf and the petiole are covered in these tiny bristles that produce a sap that is toxic to humans. Flowering occurs after 3 to 5 years, resulting in a massive inflorescence, which is a giant flowering head. Now, this flowering head is not made up of just one flower. It's actually made up of multiple small umbrella-type like flowers that originate from a central part of the flower stalk. Seeds of giant hogweed typically are produced in August, and one plant can, on average, have about 20,000 seeds. This does vary though, depending on the conditions that it's in, and it can range anywhere from 10,000 seeds up to 50,000 seeds per plant. Giant hogweed is native to the Western Caucasus regions of Eurasia. It was introduced to Great Britain in the 19th century as an ornamental plant. It has spread to other areas in Western Europe, as well as the United States, Canada, and also here in Australia. In Europe, giant hogweed has a negative impact on the biodiversity and on the environment in general. It is an aggressive competitor for space against native plants and can take over an area quite easily. During winter months, when it does die back, it actually does leave the ground bare, which can cause soil erosion, especially near riverbeds and steep slopes. It also reduces the amount of suitable habitat for other birds, insects, and small mammals. Giant hogweed has a toxic chemical in it called furanocoumarines in its sap, leaves, stems, and fruit. Physical contact can make skin more sensitive to ultraviolet light, resulting in phytophotodermatitis, which is an inflammatory reaction induced by sunlight. Symptoms can range from mild redness to irritation through to burns, blistering, and scarring. Scarring can last several months to sometimes years. There has also been cases of eye irritation and severe eye damage from contact with the eyes. Reactions occur within a 24-hour period after contact and sometimes in as little as 15 minutes. Peak sensitivity is generally within a 3-day period. However, in severe cases, it can last weeks or months. It is highly recommended to stay away from this plant, but if you have to handle it, PPE should be worn. So that's eye protection, protective clothing, and gloves. Historically, hogweed has been used as fodder for livestock. For a short time, the seeds were used medicinally. They were boiled in an oil, which was then applied to running sores, which is a painful infected part of your body that is producing pus, and also to treat the rash associated with shingles. Thankfully though, this wasn't used for very long, as there are other plants that are more effective for the treatment of these conditions. Hogweed has also made its way briefly into TV. If you watch The Walking Dead, I believe it's season 10, there's a character there called Aaron who strikes down a walker who actually has hogweed growing from its body. And I believe the blood or something gets in his eyes and he's actually temporarily blinded. And that is everything today, guys, on giant hogweed. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments down below what you've learned today, and also if there's a particular plant that you'd like me to do. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe while you're down there as well, as it really does help me out. But I will see you all next week for a new episode of Toxic Tuesday. Stay safe, everyone. Have a lovely week. Keep on learning, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.